I have my favorites too, but don't tell them. And they just love being around the horses. That every horse has its own personality, and they're surprised by it when we tell them like, okay, this one likes this, but the other doesn't like that. And they just learn so much, and because of their being free, they can be themselves and they can step out of their comfort zone. And that's very important to me and my family, for them to enjoy everything they do.
Animals are great teachers, so I love that you're doing this. And they also can help you to be more calm and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, more confident, more open, and you're just busy with the animals once you're there and nothing else.
And how come you guys started with this project?
We always had horses back in the Netherlands, in Germany. We had horses for almost all my life. I would just spend hours and hours with them. And I always felt like confident, free. And after we moved to Curaçao, we couldn't take those horses with us. They were older, so it wasn't safe. And I spent like 5 years without being around horses. And I really felt a difference in myself. I wouldn't say sad, but I was just not as free as I used to be. And then recently we started doing the pony club at another ranch. And that's when we started buying horses, and then we ended up with 6 of them.
I love them. I'm scared of horses. Like, you have to respect them. I record here a podcast with a friend, and last year during the pandemic, she got kicked by a horse. She broke this bone and this one got dislocated. So yeah, it wasn't pretty. She had surgery and everything. So, you know, you have to be careful around those animals, but they are the best.
And they are beautiful, but they are big.
They're big, yeah.
They
can hurt you.
Yeah, they can. I have some bruises to prove it. So.
Yeah, I love that you're doing all this, and I love that you stopped your school and you're focusing only on Miss Universe. What did you discover during this process that you really enjoy, that you love, or that you're happy that now you have that with you?
I think I always had a passion for modeling and fashion, but I always wanted to raise awareness for something. I participated in 2019, but I wasn't sure for what my purpose was. And I did a lot for stray animals, because at home I also have 6 dogs, 2 cats, and a goat.
Okay.
And we saved the cats from the street as well as one of my dogs. So that year I was really focused on animals.
Okay.
But in my year now as Miss Curaçao, I focused more on autism, because I found out that I have autism myself. And because of that, I wanted to raise more awareness and create more acceptance, because I truly believe that autistic people need more acceptance than awareness. So I've been really focused on that.
How come you discovered this, and in your age? Because usually they tell you that you should start, looking to your kids and try to find this out, and helping them and giving them tools. Like, what happened that this happened right now?
It was actually, I was talking to a therapist. I was struggling with lots of things. Eye contact, the picky eating got worse. I'm very, very picky, as in I don't eat several groups of food. And those things just got worse. My communication, I wasn't sure what was wrong with me. I felt as if something was weird, as if I didn't fit in. And I started talking more about it with my therapist. And one day she said that maybe you have autism, because the things you describe sound as someone who has autism symptoms, and not wanting affection, and not knowing how to deal with compliments, not knowing how to do certain things. And it was it was a serious talk we had. And then I got tested, and it turns out I do have autism. I just explained so many things for me.
And what happened after that? Like, you started doing more therapy, or like, okay, no, this is me, and let's
I think it's a little bit of both. I went to therapy a little bit more, because I was like, what about this?
Mm-hmm.
The eye contact, I couldn't do it.
You're doing it very well right now, let me tell you.
So with my communication, my face wouldn't change when I talked, the emotions wouldn't show, I couldn't express myself.
Wow.
And that's just one of the many things that I had. And I started to accept myself, because there's no changing it. I can hide it. Autistic people often mask their autism,
mm-hmm.
because they're ashamed and they want to be accepted by others. And I realized that there's nothing wrong with me. My brain is just wired differently, and that's it.
That's it. I can tell you. That's it. Because I can tell. Like, if you don't tell me, I don't think that it's obvious, but that's okay. Like if it's obvious, it's okay, and it's not obvious, it's not. Everything works.
Yeah, I think that many autistic people often hear like, "Oh, you don't look autistic." I'm like, what does autism look like?
Well, I think that we are more used to through media to cases that are a little bit more, severe. Severe. It's hard, to use the proper language, even like talking about this, because you don't want to say anything wrong. But more severe, exactly. On movies and everything that we watch in our entire life, it's people that
romanticize.
Yes.
Extremely bad, and it's not. And the thing is, being open about it was at first very scary for me, because I was afraid people would judge me, put me in a box. And I visited a local school in Curaçao, Mina del Valle, and that's a place where autistic children and hearing speaking disabilities go to. I saw how joyful they were, and no matter what happened, they always stayed the same. They always stayed happy with who they are. And I realized that I want that to stay that happy forever. I don't ever want them to be ashamed of themselves. So I decided to tell everyone that I have it. And that's basically how everything started.
I love it, and I love that right now we have a miss that is talking about these matters, these subjects, these labels, that we have to stop it and also normalize it. This is part of life, and there is a bunch of people, because maybe there's a lot of people like you that they don't know that they have that they're autistic.
It happens a lot that people at an older age find out that they have autism, and then they're like, oh, that explains a lot.
But I love it, and I love that you're also working on yourself. Like, you're telling me about the eye contact, but I couldn't tell. Are you having therapy to work on these matters? Like, the things that you connected? Maybe yes.
I think with eye contact, it makes me nervous.
Everybody gets super nervous.
So in my head, I'm just like overthinking. Am I looking in the eyes too much? Am I doing it right? Is this normal? Is this natural?
I have that as well. Don't worry. I get into the elevator, I'm like, no, I can. I feel like too seen. You know.
Yeah, and that's just something I started working on myself. There's nothing to be nervous about. If I don't look at someone, it doesn't mean anything. And if I do make eye contact,
it doesn't mean anything. Hey, I'm talking Italian. I don't know where I start doing this, but I love it. And I love that the best way that you make a change is going through things and sharing your experience, and that's what you're doing here. And I love you, and I love that you're sharing your story, and I'm connecting with that, because this is a matter that people should talk more and understand that could be severe, less severe, and understand all the range.
Yeah, we just have to break that stigma. There's nothing to be ashamed of, no matter what your condition is. Autism, depression, anxiety, and eating disorder. You are more than free to talk about it with me, with anyone else. There shouldn't be any shame about it, and that's what I keep reminding everyone. Everyone is unique, and everyone has their struggles, but it doesn't make you you. It doesn't define you.
Good. Yes, I love that. How do you feel about how society it's viewing all these matters, mental health, autism, everything? Like, do you think we're more prepared and open, that we have more tools, or we need more people like you, icons, to change the way that the conversation?
I think we do need more people to step up and talk about their struggles, but I do think we're making a big change by me, by others. There are a lot of autistic people, also as well as other conditions, speaking up and making sure that the younger generations have that platform already, that we can create more help for each other, because I think life is easier if you have help.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be shame in that.
And also we need connection, and also we need to feel that we're not alone in our struggles.
Yes.
So having you as an example, I know that many people are, okay, I can be Miss Curaçao. Well, not Curaçao, the country that you're living, but you can be a Miss.
Yeah, you can be a Miss.
Yeah.
Anything you want, you can achieve, as long as you put your mind to it.
I love that. And how come this path to the beauty pageant start for you? Like, you always dreamt about this?
I have, ever since I made it to Curaçao, I saw one of the misses at the airport, and that day I just fell in love. And I was 13, I was very tall, very awkward. And after that I started modeling, and I was 18 when I first went to China, and to Singapore, Japan, and I came home, and then I was like, okay, what's next? What am I going to do next? I wanted to make a difference, that's all I knew. And so I signed up. It was a very
I said
in the
no,
moment.
and that's it, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
here. Oh, there you go. No, love it, and love this story, and also modeling. I think it's a good path to enter to this world. But right now it's different because you have to sell yourself, like sell yourself. Don't misinterpret my words, please. But you know what I'm saying. Like you have to make your personality shine and people connect with you. So how do you feel about that?
I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not going to change anything about myself. I'm willing to work on myself, and I've done that a lot. But I don't think I should be different than I am. And the way you see me now is the same way you would see me in the supermarket.
In the supermarket? With those heels?
Yeah, I just walk in the supermarket with those heels.
There you go. Fabulous always. You've been here in Miami since a while, right? Since
Yes.
a while, yeah.
Since 3 weeks now.
3 weeks. And how is it?
I love Miami. I always have.
Yeah?
I love Miami. Just being here, it's so big, it's exciting.
A lot of shopping, well, you don't need the beach, but you know, you have the beach in Curaçao, but you know. Okay, and you're taking classes here. Why you came so early?
I came here to prepare more, as well as my body. I do lots of working with Tammy Banco, I do passerella with Anthony Bryson, I do public speaking with Carlos, and that's how I prepare myself more and more, just to be completely ready and confident for this universe.
What do you think is the worst part about being a miss?
The diet.
Shut up. You are like this always. You are those people that eat everything.
I wish. I wish.
No, you're not like that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I just need.
Yes, they're saying yes.
They're saying
Their
yes, but the answer is
saying
no.
yes.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Like, instead of 3 fries, I eat 2. That's good.
There's no
Chantal,
fried.
please.
There's no fried food in my diet.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
high protein. And
Yeah.
I want to say I love it. And I do. I love eating healthy. But some days I would do everything for a burger.
Okay, if it's your last day in the world, that will be your last meal?
Like a burger or pizza.
You can have both.
I'll take both.
I'll take care of
maybe
that.
add some ice cream as well.
Ice cream, burgers, and pizza. I think we can be friends. I think that after well, I don't know, if you win the crown, maybe it's gonna take longer, but I'm gonna get you a burger. I was talking to Miss Puerto Rico these days, and she's also struggling with the diet, and she's like, I need chocolate. And I'm like, okay, I could be in the other place in the stage, and I can have a Twix or something. And she's like, okay, we can share.
We can share.
Yeah.
I know how she feels.
Yeah,
I know exactly how she feels.
Women, that's the rain. It's raining super heavy. Okay, women, we are always on a diet, so it's something forever. Like to get a little bit bigger or to get smaller.
Okay. We're always just not sure. Do we want to gain weight, lose weight, gain abs?
Yeah. Okay, what's the part in the pageant that you're more excited, and the part in the pageant that you're more scared, or do you respect? Which part of the pageant you respect more?
I think I respect everything on the pageant. All of it is lots of work. I know it's boring.
But maybe you're dancing. No, but maybe you have more fun dancing. But I understand. You also have to respect the dancing. Yes, you can mess up the choreography, and people are not gonna love you.
No, I'm working on my dance skills right now. They're not the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Coming from Curaçao and
I can dance. I have some moves, but it stays with some moves. I'm scared of the dancing part, but I know it's gonna work out. No matter what, I can do it.
I know that you can do it. And the part that you think that you're enjoy more?
That would either way be like the Q&A.
The Q&A?
Yeah.
That's the one that you're gonna enjoy more?
Interviews. Yeah, I love communicating.
Me too, but I get super nervous. Like if I make mistakes in Spanish, imagine in English. For me, I don't know you. But good, that's amazing. That's the part that people get more, scared and nervous. So I love it.
I'm just ready to show everyone who I am.
Yeah, baby. I have too much to say. What would be the perfect question for you in the final night? Or the perfect subject? Maybe autism?
I think autism. I think if people would ask me more about autism, I always have an answer for that. And I have so much to say about autism, and that's the thing. There are so many symptoms. Autism is not just one thing. It's many, many struggles, but also many good things. And I want people to see the good in it, and to realize that every single person with autism is different and is unique because of that. So I have just so much to say about.
And we need to hear more because
Yes.
I have to say I'm an ignorant, and I know that for these kind of subjects we need something. Probably I said something wrong, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody. But it's not something that you talk in the street with people like.
No, it's not something you just easily bring up.
Yeah.
And as you said, people are afraid they're going to say something wrong. And
Yeah.
for me, it doesn't really matter if they say something wrong as long as they're willing to learn.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part, to learn and accept. Because there is no changing an autistic person, so why would you try that?
But why do you say like changing? You think that there are parents that are trying to push kids to change the way they are, or they're maybe giving them tools to? Yeah.
Yeah, there are lots of parents that don't want to accept their child as autistic because
Okay.
they're afraid of the stigma.
Mm.
And I understand that part, but I always had a very accepting mother. I always had a very caring family, supportive. They would help me in every social situation. And I felt there were many times where I felt very shy, very awkward. And you can still see that sometimes, the awkwardness in my face, or I don't know what to say or repeat myself. And lots of autistic people have repetitive behavior. If they hear a question they will repeat it instead of answering the question, or it's a word. It can be anything really, in action as well. And yeah, you get ashamed if you're more raised like that. You feel ashamed of that, and I never did, because my mom was always just like, no, don't comment on her. My mom was just always like the protective one, as well as my sister, just always making sure I was safe and sound.
That's amazing. That's lovely that you have this. I mean, I was going to tell you have hair here, and
Yeah,
I want to touch
hair.
you. Yeah, I have this thing here that doesn't want to go to the other side, and usually it's like there.
Yeah, I have
Like
the same
that.
thing. This part of my hair is like doing whatever it wants always.
Everybody has this, so don't worry. So survive with the hair in our face. I don't know if you saw, but Miss India and Miss Argentina, they are COVID.
Yeah, it's so sad. And then I hope they can get better before Miss Universe, because I know they have prepared for so long, and I've spoken to them, and I feel so sad for them.
That's sad. I think it's
Yeah,
very bad.
Yeah.
And also, you guys are still exposed to the teachers and everybody, so it's not that you're going partying or doing something,
Not at
that
all.
you're exposing yourself.
We're trying to be as safe as possible, wearing the masks, the vaccines that are available in our countries, as well as staying at home, because Curaçao right now is in a lockdown, because we have so many COVID cases. So I can only imagine how those girls feel, because we do everything to stay safe. It just breaks my heart.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Like I was reading that some people were saying to change the competition. I think that you coming here much, before the competition is good, because maybe you feel safer and you're already here. Maybe you can control a little bit more the situation and getting tested before. But that sucks. Even if you get better and you don't feel bad, going to a competition, and it's in 2 weeks or something. I think Miss Argentina, she was gonna come in 2 weeks or something, and I don't think that she's gonna be able to travel.
I'm afraid not. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I hope she gets tested negative soon, that she doesn't get too bad, too sick. And it's just really sad. It just truly breaks my heart, because if I would have been in that situation, I would have been so broken.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
upset.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you guys talk about this in the WhatsApp chat? Yeah.
Yes, we talk a lot about each other, which is always supporting each other. And if something bad happens, we're the first to find out. We don't find out on Instagram, we just find out through WhatsApp. And that's how we know they were sick. Oh, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, man. Like I can't imagine. Imagine preparing all this time and then in the very last moment, this thing happening. But I think everything is gonna, be better, and maybe they can come to the very last moment for the competition. Let's see what's gonna happen. And also there was another situation that I read online. I think was Miss from Croatia. She was complaining because they were already the voting on the website was open, but because she doesn't have her visa, her profile is not on the website, and she was like, I don't feel this is fair. How do you feel about this?
I think the voting, it's making into the top 21. Do I think it's fair? To me, it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter if you make it into the top or not. It matters if you get your opinion across, your voice. That's what matters. Having your platform and showing that to the world is what matters the most to me. And I focus a lot on that instead of making it in TikTok. And of course, I want to make yourself very proud. And I'm not going to say I'm not making it in TikTok, but it's not my main focus.
I love that. I'm doing already my work here. So I love that. I love that. But yeah, I was reading that, and I don't know, maybe they could, change the voting a little bit closer to the competition or something. Like she has a point.
She has a fair point.
Yeah.
I don't understand, because you live for me, like a small country versus the Philippines or Indonesia, maybe even the Netherlands. The voting is it's a tricky situation.
It's a tricky situation.
Yeah.
But she's pretty gorgeous and funny and everything, so I know that she's gonna do more than well. Let me see.
Yeah.
All the questions in the entire chat is in Spanish, so there are no questions there. But yeah, they're talking a lot about autism, and they're talking strength to Argentina and India. And okay, Yolanda Bayure, she's asking if you have favorites in the competition already. Like if you're not in the top 5, or if you're Miss Universe, who will be your top 5 from like right now? Because I know that a lot of things change, and today you think something and tomorrow you're gonna change your mind. I'm like that, so okay. Do you have a top?
I don't. The thing is, I love all of those. I've spoken with Japan, Netherlands, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and Canada, Aruba. I love those girls. I couldn't pick one of them if I had to, because they're all different, they're all unique. They have something else they stand for, and for me, it's just impossible.
Like being a judge this year, I've been talking with many contestants right now, Latinas. And I think that this year Latinas, like our continent, they're very strong.
Very strong,
and you guys are so, like, I compare myself in my 20s to you, and I'm like, me. I feel pity about myself, because I was playing with dolls, and you guys, I already have an ONG, I have something here, something there, I'm working my modeling, and this and that. I'm like, I lived with my mom and my dad, and that was it. Greetings from Aruba. Curaçao is gorgeous. Chantal, tell me about your national costume. You have that ready, or you're still working on that?
Oh, we're working on it. We're almost ready, and I have said it before, I'm going to keep it a surprise. I want to keep it like a secret. Like, I'm going to announce it soon on my Instagram and all the platforms, but just a little bit more patience, and soon you guys will find out.
I got you, and I completely understand, because we need that surprise thing.
Yes, that's element. The best part.
Yeah, and about your dresses and about the rest of your activities during those days, you have already your wardrobe. You're planning also to bring 200 outfits. Like I was reading online, and that's so crazy. Like you don't have enough hours in a year maybe to wear 200 outfits.
No. They're not going to be 200 outfits, but the dresses are going to be...
No, okay.
No, not even 100, but we're going to have amazing dresses. It's going to be very, very beautiful.
And you're working with people from Curaçao, or you have different designers from everywhere?
I have local designers as well as international designers, so I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. I feel so proud saying it, local as well as international.
Yeah.
It's something that makes me very proud.
How long it took to you to be here today? Like preparing for the national pageant, for the winning the Miss Universe, and then your preparation for Miss Universe, and maybe I don't know, maybe you did some lessons and classes before all this, for this moment.
I didn't. I just went for it, because in 2020 we had the lockdown, and Curaçao did not want to hold a competition due to safety. And we decided that they would crown me, they would give me the title, because I was the first runner-up in 2019. So it was completely unexpected.
I love that, there are so many girls this year that this was their story. And I think that the stars, they were aligned for you girls. Like, you have to participate this year, so I love it. I think that was destiny, or whatever you guys want to call it. Okay, let's do crazy, funny questions, because usually in these things, people get super deep, and we already answered everything that you guys usually want, the contestants to answer. Do you have a hidden talent?
Oh, let me think.
Dancing, sing. Well, you told me
dancing is not gonna be it.
Me neither. No word.
Singing neither. So
cooking.
For me, it's baking. Cooking and baking. My baking skills are not always amazing. Sometimes my cookies are like stone, but most of the time they're pretty great.
Like this tooth that I'm missing here is because I something like that. Okay, so if you had like a talent competition in Miss Universe, will you bake something that will be your?
I would cook something. Bake or cook something for sure.
Okay, okay.
It's like a nice apple pie, brownies, cake.
For after the pageant.
Of course, for after.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
I wouldn't cheat on my diet.
The Sims, so imagine that.
Yeah.
The Sims competition with the tummy like super big. I would totally do that. I would ruin the entire experience just because I love eating. Okay, there should be something that your mom, your sister, they know about you that nobody else knows. Like something funny, or what kind of characteristic do you have that nobody can tell or knows about you? Maybe you're super funny, maybe...
Well, normally I don't really get jokes, or I don't remember jokes, so being funny is not it. You can ask my friends. But I always remember things really well. Like
That's
small details, not jokes or anything. But I have like the memory for smaller things. I don't remember the whole situation, but I will remember what color shoes she was wearing.
You know that happens to me. I don't remember anything about my first kiss, anything. But I remember the underwear that I was wearing, and I didn't do anything with my underwear that day. I promise, Mom, if you're no, my mom is not watching this. But you know, I remember because it was my first phone ever in my entire life. I remember the color, the brand. So stupid, this kind of details, but I understand what you're saying.
Oh, it's the smaller things you remember, the craziest thing. That's what I have to.
What is the craziest thing that you remember? I don't know about the night that you won. Well, the day that they told you that you were coming here.
Actually, that day we were building our house. We were changing things within, and I just remember my brother. He was with trying to take out a wall, and I just remember how mad he got that it didn't go, and he was just saying all those bad words, and I just remember the exact words he said.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We can't say
We
that.
can't say that,
But I love it.
It was so funny. It was really funny.
I love people like getting super mad or falling. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad person, but that's funny.
It is funny.
Yeah,
It's very funny.
It is funny. Okay. Let me see if somebody's asking something. How's your preparation for Miss Universe? No, she's already Chinese. She's talking about that. You're okay, Melissa. No, she's talking about autism, and she's talking about how it's autism. You know, you told me they asked before. How many languages do you speak? You speak Papiamento or
Papiamento. I can understand Papiamento.
Okay.
Pretty good. I can't really speak it. And the same goes for German. I lived there for like 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
So I can still understand it, and I hope I can still speak it. I haven't tried it in a while.
Well, you told me you have a good memory. I can't remember anything if I don't practice. So okay.
Yeah, I speak Dutch, my native language, and I speak English.
So when you get super mad, the Dutch comes.
The Dutch comes out.
What's the worst word or your favorite curse word in Dutch?
Oh, I'm not gonna say that this time.
Well, you can write it to me, and maybe I can say
I will write it.
Okay, she can write it, and I'm gonna try to read it later. Okay,
Later, yeah.
I like that. Okay, let me see. What's your favorite Miss of all time? That's good. Einer, Eulen. I can read. I'm too good line from far away. Yeah.
I don't remember the year, but my favorite one was Angela Visser. She was from the Netherlands.
Okay.
It's been many years ago. But I loved how elegant she was, how she spoke, how she walked. I loved her.
And your favorite Miss Universe?
Yeah, that's it.
She. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I read Miss. Okay. Yeah. My favorite Miss Universe. Okay. Let me ask you funny questions. Okay. What's the worst thing that ever happened to you that you can laugh today? Okay. Like today I spoke with Miss Venezuela, and she told me that she was in a mall and her skirt got stuck in the stairs, and she wearing her underwear was from the Dora the Explorer, and she was only with her panties on, and that was it in the middle of a mall. She was 12 or something, so imagine being during those days. You know.
For me, I was at a boat party.
Okay.
I didn't really get invited to boat parties a lot, or parties in general, so I was so excited. But they had glass doors.
Oh no! They were super clean?
Yeah, they were super clean.
Oh no!
So everyone was outside, and I walked inside. I was done with the sun, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to cool down. And they closed the doors. And I didn't go in. So when I wanted to go outside, I walked into the doors, and I just remember the feeling of my head hitting the glass, it hurt so much.
But nothing happened. Like you just stomped into the door.
I stomped really hard against the door.
Okay.
And I was in so much pain, and then everyone was looking at me, and I was so embarrassed. And I was like, no, I'm fine.
How old were you when this happened? 18. Okay.
So now it's funny. Now I can laugh about it. In that moment, and the year after, when I told my mom, she was laughing so hard, and I was like, it's not by yourself.
With a second head, because usually you get a second head. You get pregnant in your forehead. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to pretend it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fine? Are you okay? Are you okay? I was like,
I'm perfect. I'm fine. And you're crying.
I'm just gonna sit down here.
I'm crying. The tears are going into my brain. Don't worry. Yeah, no, that sucks. And usually, the anecdotes is something that you fall or something like that. But at least nobody saw your underwear, so there you go. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
But she was young, so.
Yeah, she was young.
That's
Yeah, man, but well, I was telling her that something like that happened to me, but I was old, and I had like super big granny's underwear, and it was nude color. It was so ugly. And I was in the middle of the street, my dog crossed in front of me, and I felt. It was amazing. My skirt went in top of my head. No, yeah. And it hurt so bad, and I couldn't, I want to stand up and run.
I run away and hide just forever. I would have been it.
Yeah, and I was so mad with my dog, but it wasn't his fault, but I was so mad, but
Yeah. You're so angry that it happened that you had to blame someone.
Yeah, of course. No, it was his fault. But yeah, I was, whatever. It was me that I was crossing the street, so, or I die or I go over my dog. So I went over my dog and we didn't die. Okay, let me see. What's your favorite moment of the competition? Well, you told me that you respect everything, but you never told me which one you told me.
I think I told you.
Which one? The questions. Yes, she told me that. Jose. Pay attention. He's always here. That's why I know his name. Let me see. I'm gonna continue talking about myself. Okay, because this interview is about myself. No, I'm gonna make my own questions. That you're super pretty. They love how you're talking and everything. Croatia shouldn't worry about the online voting because she's gonna be won. She's gonna be won by Miss Philippines. Helen is saying that Philippines is gonna win over Croatia. Okay, that's an opinion. Okay,
that's an opinion.
Okay, and you're doing a lot of lives, like you're sharing with other girls. Okay, like you have one like nowadays, in these days, or you had some.
I had some in the past. In Curaçao, we have the Mayita show, and I spoke there with Canada, Japan, as well as Philippines. And I just did like a small interview with them, and I just enjoyed it so much. It's like so much fun getting to know each other before you actually meet. And then I did an Instagram live with Miss Brazil as well. Mm-hmm. Besides that, I just always, when I see the girls are live, I always go join the live and be like, hey, hi,
I'm here.
I'm a big fan.
I saw you went to the hotel. How was it?
It's so beautiful. And when I got there, I was like, okay, wow.
We're not doing anything. We're just gonna enjoy the pool, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so big, and just to be there as one of the first, it's amazing. Just a different feeling knowing that over a month there's going to be something so big happening. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
And there are other girls here in Miami already, or you don't know?
I believe Miss Iceland as well as Miss Philippines is here. I believe Miss Canada and Aruba are in New York City, so I think they're coming soon as well.
That's so exciting.
That's
you're
so
meeting
exciting,
people from all around the world. Okay, do you there's the cultures in these pageants, we're so different, and when you are in the same hotel, because I was going to say under the same roof, but the hotel is pretty big, so it's really cool that you gotta meet these people that are so different. In the end, we're very similar, but we have this this way of being kind of different, the way that we eat. And which one of the delegates do you want to meet the most, that you're more curious about the way that they live and they do their things?
Oh, I think I'm willing to meet all the girls, of course, and I think they all have something that I can learn from them. But for me, I would like to know more about Miss Puerto Rico. I spoke with her a few times. I believe her boyfriend is Dutch, and that's why she's learning Dutch.
She told me, yeah.
And I just think that's so amazing that someone would learn such a difficult language. And as well, I'm very excited to meet the Philippines, Venezuela, Colombia, Netherlands. I just have my whole list and I want to learn from all the girls. It's too difficult to like pick just one or two.
I love that. I love that. I remember when they asked me this, like a while ago, a long time ago. I remember saying about Asia, because we are so different from, people from there. But after, you're in the pageant, everybody's new and everything is wonderful. So yeah, everything is an amazing experience. If you win the crown, after you have this amazing year traveling around the world, talking about autism, talking about Smile Train and everything that Miss Universe does, what are your plans? Like, what do you want to do after? And if you are the first final, I never remember like who's this number 2.
First runner-up.
First runner-up. Yeah, but it's the first runner-up. Yeah, like third, second. Yeah, okay, first runner-up. Are you planning to continue in the beauty pageant world, or you just want to, go back to your career and go back to modeling and that's it?
I'm not sure. I do want to continue modeling as well as the beauty pageants. I think they give us the opportunity to create a platform. But I also love modeling because it gives you the opportunity to be more creative and being just having your normal job, like a regular job. But I also know that at home my horses are waiting, so I'm like, what am I gonna do? Can I combine everything? We're gonna find out.
Maybe you can go modeling, I don't know, in Milan or something, and you open a place with horses there, and maybe the horses can come with you in your international modeling career, and maybe you can model with horses. I don't know.
I don't know, but we're gonna find out after Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some days I'm not sure what I'm supposed to talk about. So if I would like have my own show, there's a big chance I'm just gonna stare at the camera and be like, yep.
No, but Chantal, they're gonna tell you what to say, Chantal.
That's true, but still, sometimes I forget. I'm like,
yes, that's true.
What am I supposed to do?
No, and usually people, they love this, or they're like, whatever, because you're really good, like you're amazing. You know what you're saying, and you have your answers, and you didn't have. I don't know if I asked you something that you maybe came prepared with an answer, but I think that you're very spontaneous. So maybe you can do something in maybe in Curaçao. With horses again.
With horses. We're going to bring my horses to the show.
Well, it's already been 41 minutes, and I know that they have to do something here in the studio, but of course we have to say, usually when I close these lives, I ask people to do their introduction in the pageant. Like Daniela and Giacomo, 35, Venezuela. You do it for Curaçao. Do you mind? Do you want to do it, or you don't want to do it?
I want to do it.
She's gonna do it.
Just let me fix my hair a little bit.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby hairs.
It's my baby hairs.
Usually, which country is before Curaçao? Brazil?
I think so.
Oh, there's something with C. Colombia.
Colombia. Costa Rica.
Whatever. I'm gonna say Colombia. Colombia is the closest to Venezuela, and I'm gonna be Colombia. Okay. Daniela Di Giacomo, 35, Colombia. Okay.
Chantal Weirtz, Curaçao.
Love it. I can pronounce Curaçao that way. Curaçao. Yeah,
that sounds amazing.
Thank you. I've been practicing before. I'm kidding. And also, we always in Venezuela, we joke around about shoulder and veneers, hombro y carita. We always do this. So you have to pick a side. Which side is your side? Do you have a side? Okay, that's your side. Okay.
This one is my side.
This is your side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, hombro y carilla. Ah, no, wait a second. There you go. Shoulder and smile. I feel so stupid doing this. I love it so much. Do you have your speech for if you get, because usually you get in the top 20 and you have a speech, but I don't know how it's gonna be this year, but do you have a speech already prepared, or you're just gonna talk? And
I just have some bullet points and some things I want to mention, but I don't want to memorize everything because I feel like it's not wrong, of course, but it's not something I like to do.
It's risky though. Maybe you forget if you got something memorized and you're like, oh, I don't remember the word.
You panic, and that's no.
Yeah. Okay. But you have your points, and you already did also the interview with Miss Universe organization,
yes,
right?
We did.
How was it?
It was so much fun. It was just a simple like, how are you? Tell me about your life. Tell me your story. They were super kind. I loved every minute of it. I was like, no, wait, don't go yet.
You love to talk, Chantal.
Yeah, I love
You love to talk, but you did it through Zoom or you went there or
Zoom.
something? Zoom. Okay, yeah, because they're not here
all
yet.
COVID friendly.
Yeah, COVID friendly. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to meet you and to learn about autism. For sure, next time that we sit down, I'm gonna know better what to say, what not to say. But for sure, I'm always curious and I'm gonna ask you questions because I wanna learn and I wanna, give you a platform to talk about these matters that are very important. Thank you so much and all the best for you.
Thank you so much for having me.
No.
It was so much fun.
Chao chicos, gracias a todos los que se conectaron. Las preguntas fueron todas en español, pero bueno, les mandamos un beso. Estén muy pendientes, síganme a la muchacha, apóyenme a la muchacha, su cuenta de Instagram está acá abajo en la cajita de información. Pueden votar por ella, están abiertas las votaciones. I'm talking too fast. Pueden ir a votar por ella en la página de Miss Universo, que bueno, viene esta mujer que tiene además una misión demasiado linda de vida, además es bellísima, demasiado simpática. Quiéranmela, apóyenmela, denle amor y hasta la próxima. Los amo. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That's very Venezuelan.
Didn't understand anything.
No, but usually like there's some words or
There's some words.
Yeah.